Hey there, it's Nikas, and I'm an alcoholic. Hey, I was in a meeting this morning, and I heard a woman share a little piece of the big book, and something kind of went off my head, a little flashbulb, and I got to see something from an entirely different angle. The line, find it is, the line is, remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, and powerful, right? The rest of the line says, without help, it's too much for us, but there is one who has all power, that one is God. May you find him now. So what I wanted to talk about was the fact that this line, remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, and powerful. Alcohol is not the cunning, baffling, and powerful part. Alcohol is an inert object which sat on a table, sat on a shelf, is just sitting there doing nothing. It has no cunning or bafflingness about it. It's just very simple. It's just over there. That's the truth. It's just there. Powerful, it doesn't have when it's not in your system. When it gets into your system, it triggers off the allergy, right? So the two parts of disease is the obsession of the mind and allergy of the body. The obsession is the thing that's, it's a thought so strong it pushes out all of the thoughts to the contrary. It's a lie that presents itself as a truth, and it gets you to take an action based on a lie, right? That's the first part. The second part is once the alcohol gets into your system, or any drug of your choice gets into your system, it sets off this allergy, this not normal response. And in the doctor's opinion, they call it the phenomenon of craving, right? Which is the unexplainable occurrence of wanting more, right? So it's not the kind of craving you get when you're laying on a beach in Mexico thinking, oh, it sure would be nice to have a beer right now. No, it's not that kind. It's the kind that once you actually get the substance into your system, it's this overwhelming desire to continue, to keep going, right? So thought so strong, pushes out all their country, get in your body, and you just don't want to stop. So that's what alcoholism is. That's the disease of alcoholism. So this line, remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, and powerful, is actually just talking about our thinking, right? We don't have a drinking problem. We have a thinking problem. So we're dealing with our thoughts, which are cunning, baffling, and they're powerful, right? So my mind is the problem. My mind is cunning. It's always looking for a way to get over on me, right? We think, well, I would never try to hurt myself. Well, you've got this thing called a mind that's always trying to get you to believe things that's not true. I don't know, go figure. It's baffling, right? After the event happens, you're like, why? How did I even, yeah? And powerful. It's so powerful, it gets you to do what it wants, right? So that simple line, remember that we deal with alcohol, is really, it's what it is. We deal with alcohol. So what we deal with as people is we deal with this substance called alcohol. However, this cunning, baffling, and powerful is our thinking, is our mind. Right? Steps 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 all have to do with dealing with our mind, right? This line is in chapter 5, which is the beginning of step 3 and 4, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the house cleaning steps. And it says in the book that the reason why we're going to do the house cleaning is so that we can face and be rid of the things that are blocking us. Blocking us from what, you say? Well, blocking us from the power, the universal source that gets you to see the difference between right and wrong, true from false, right? They can get you to go, oh my goodness, this thought that I'm having is not true, and then not taking action on it, right? So I've got a head full of stuff. Fear, resentment, guilt, shame, remorse. It's so busy, it's so noisy, right? And so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is to take all that stuff and put it down. So it's just really, really quiet up here. When it's really quiet up here, you can hear your intuition. You can hear your intuition says, no, walk away. Get out of here. No, stay here and help. Do the right thing. It's like we're always getting this intuitive guidance. But the problem is we can't hear it because we've got this mental head so full of noise. And that noise is cunning, baffling, and powerful. So 4 through 9 is to face and be rid of. And when we're done with 9, when I say rid of, I mean it's a pretty noiseless space upstairs. The 9th step promises are amazing promises. When people say, are these extravagant promises? And everybody knows, we think not. Oh my goodness, they are incredibly phenomenal promises if they're not happening for you. But if we're painstaking about this phase of our development, we'll be amazed before we're halfway through, right? So after you finish the 9th step, you are well on your way to having a spiritual awakening, which is really what this thing is all about. So the spiritual awakening, in my humble opinion, is realizing that I am not my thinking. That my thinking, right, in step 2 it says, came to believe that a power greater than myself could restore me to sanity. Insane is believing my thinking, right? Insane is believing that I think that things should be other than the way that they are. Newsflash, they're not. Things are as they are. When I start to think that they should be other than the way that I are, that's insane. So our sanity is returned in step 10. Why? Because this power greater than ourselves just restores you back to the point where you can actually see things as the truth and not wish they were different. So this cunning, baffling, and powerful is the mind's thinking. And so what 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 is they eliminate the power. Right? Your power is not going to be found now in you. Right? This isn't a power of my own. Right? My power is going to be a power greater than me, and that power is way more powerful than the power of my mind. Baffling and cunning. In 4 and 5, I get to see the way my mind operates. I get to see all the tricks, all the cul-de-sacs, all the different ways in which my mind is trying to befool me. Right? So this cunning and baffling isn't so cunning and baffling anymore once I've completed step 9. Right? Okay, so anyway, that was my little spiel on this one little line in the book and how suddenly it just kind of had this very eye-opening effect for me. So we deal with alcohol, or you could, if drug addiction is your thing, we deal with drugs. We deal with whatever your substance du jour is. And the cunning, baffling, and powerful is our mental obsession. So, be well.